Now that I've gone this far in, I'm willing to actually start. I don't remember or know at all what happened because I haven't been. Because I started it earlier accidentally. By earlier, I mean like almost a week ago at this point. Well, not quite a week ago, but the actual main quest. I just believe we're doing something to help. So now we're just gonna do the actual main story. I've just about really done anything I really can do when it comes to exploration. The only things I haven't done are the things that just like really annoying.
Good deeds
Mainly,
and bad.
Mainly the fact that there's like alternate. There's the pins on the map don't make any sense sometimes. Like I don't know why it isn't just all the chests. Sometimes it's put in as something completely different. Like if it's, they could just put both pins down, but they don't. Mini puzzle is its own thing. It doesn't show up that it's in the chests, which is annoying because there's so many mini puzzles, and sometimes they are in the same one.
You're here, Eon-san.
I forgot
And
to
you
change
must be
language.
the traveler in Paimon. I've heard a lot about you. I'm sure we'll have a much better time now with your help.
Hold on. I recognize this voice. I recognize this voice. Hold on. Mutota. ENVA. Mutota. Here's the guy. Hold on. Hold on. Does not show. I want to know who his VA is. Like, there's this list here, but I doubt it. There's this list of like characters, but I don't think it mentions NPCs, like non-important characters that'll never become playable, most likely. Yeah, it's just all main characters. It's playable characters and a super important NPC, but it's just Dainsliff, who's probably to be playable anyway. Those like the Valen and stuff. You know, here's actually some NPCs. Hold on. If I go far enough, maybe. Who voices Dunya's art? Oh, it's Sarah Sakura. Chloe Eves does a lot of like fightable characters. Oh, I'm looking for this dude. Also, this dude's design is fucking amazing. Oh, PM Seymour actually has a lot of voices. He's the severe Raven. I didn't realize that. Oh, I'm still waiting. I'm still looking through. Does this show any Natlan characters? Ask me for directions. Arnold is Kevin Z. Afghani. Hold on, please tell me. Please show up Natlan characters. I beg. I beg. Mawika's here. Piero Torre. No. No. Oh, you're kidding. Come on. You're kidding. Oh, what? Come on. I've got to find it somewhere. I will go into the pits of hell to find it, which is X. Because I fucking hate this website. I'm just gonna search Mutota. You gotta have VA something for him. Gotta be someone who's mentioned VA. Just to hear me out for the other dude. Come on. Please tell me there's a mention of his VA somewhere. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember his name. Hold on. Is it him? Let's try Vic Mignogna. Voice is Dragon Ball? Looking for recent stuff. There's a lot of whatever this is on his account. I don't know. Okay, who's the other person that I just saw? Jason Liebrecht. It could be Jason. Ernesto Jason Liebrecht. Don't see it in any of his things. He's in MHA, it seems. Can't tell who, though. Well, it's too old. I'm pretty sure it's Crow's voice actor. Like, I mean, like, you can't not hear it.
You're here, Ian-san. And you must be the traveler in Paimon. I've heard a lot about you. I'm sure we'll have a much better time now with your help.
It's that specific help. Like when it gets the growl into it. That's, if it's not Crow, it's someone from Ruby. But it's like, it's Crow when he gets a bit more worked up. I'm trying to think of a good scene to show that. I'm really certain this is Crow's voice actor. Like, so certain. That has to be Crow's voice actor. Who else could it be?
You're here, Ian-san. And you must be the traveler in Paimon. I've heard a lot about you. I'm sure we'll have a much better time now with your help. You're here.
That has to be. Let's get straight to the point. With people behind you, warriors from your tribe, does something bad happen to them?
I'm drowning! And there's something in the water!
Oh, okay.
He's on the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to swim.
Oh boy.
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me too.
Oh boy.
We haven't been eaten. We're...
Oh boy.
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here? As you can see, their mental state is quite poor. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done.
Is this like Queenan? They're actually the mimics.
We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have mental as well as physical repercussions. We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
Gasoithoth? What's that?
It's the abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we decided to call it Gasoithoth, Reaper of the Abyss.
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we force it to retreat, though?
True. It poses no threat to us now, but whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records for a solution, but nothing came of it. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago, but that knowledge is long gone.
Right! You can purify abyssal power!
I mean, yeah, I guess I could try, but if it's already been in there so long, it could, like, not work.
It didn't work?
That must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough. In any case, thank you for trying.
So, what can we do now? Don't tell me my friend is just gonna be like this forever?
Come back to me, Gogeta! Please, don't leave me like this!
We beat Gasoithoth. They survived the battle. Are we really just gonna sit back and watch them lose their minds?
Of course not.
What is it, Aeon-san?
We'll take it case by case. First of all, we shouldn't keep them cooped up in here. The environment isn't going to do them any good. Cooped up in where? They're outside. Let them go where they feel comfortable. The Traveler, Paimon, and I will walk to them.
But,
We'll walk to them? Oh, we'll talk to them. I'm just blind.
Are you sure about this?
I know you're worried. We don't have any other solution, right? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But we won't know until we try. Well, don't just stand there. Let them go. Send someone to follow them, but don't stick too close. We just need to keep tabs on them. It's up to us now. Let's talk to them one by one. This is a bad situation, but I know the warriors will find a way to pull through. After all, we've overcome so many challenges already. What's one more? The fact that the shit we just went through was like... people, hundreds of people literally died. Probably thousands. Like, you know, yeah, thousands did die. Wasn't the total roughly about 2,000 people? Even with the resurrection thing, it can't resurrect people that already died. It can only resurrect the people that died while it was active. So, 2,000 people still died. Hello. Found him. Hello, can you hear me?
So dark. So cold.
Just wait a little longer and we'll take you home. caravan from my tribe should have brought some firewood. I think starting a bonfire might help. When it's dark, damp, and cold, what's better than a fire? Maybe the light and warmth will help change what he sees. Wait here while I grab some firewood.
Light. Underwater. Where is it coming from?
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep.
It's okay, we brought some friends from the People of Springs. They're great swimmers. We're here to save you.
No. Please, Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working anymore!
Bonfire wasn't enough. That was the second time you mentioned the name Duarte. Maybe we can start there. Let's ask around and see what we can learn. Probably someone who died. Actually, I can check. I can check who died. Let's see, which one is it? I think it's... it should be at a teleport. But I can't remember which one. It's one that has a view of this. Ah, here it is. I could check the names in case anyone showed up. No. It doesn't show up. But it probably could have been someone who died. But I do think this could also be the Abyss mimics, because we know from I know from the quest I just finished, one of the quests I did to find some of the last stuff in Oxcanatlan, that they can take the form of people and even act like people without actual proper memories from hundreds of years ago.
My friend. Is he any better?
We're working on it, but I asked, does his name Duarte ring any bells to you?
Duarte? Oh yeah, I remember. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion.
Huh.
Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them made it in the end.
How much did you bring Duarte here? And
You see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an Abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front lines, but fell to an ambush.
what did Duarte
He
look
was
like?
a bit on the smaller side, but other than that, he was just your average Kukasaur. Well, hold on. What are you planning?
Just need to impersonate him. Based on looking at your faces, I'm guessing you already have a plan. Let's get to work. Thank you for the information. We'll do whatever we can to help
No
your
problem.
friend.
Thank you for looking out for him.
Yeah, because we can literally indwell a Saurian. We have that possibility. Unlike most people who are just friends with their Saurians, we have a Saurian companion, but we can just become one. Just to make it a little bit faster.
We're back! How are you feeling?
Duarte? How did you get here?
It's working!
Shh. What now?
You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later, and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew. Just like old times. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know? As if I'd let that happen. No. Wait.
It's getting suspicious.
Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Toko!
He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss, and then I was drowning.
You explain the situation to Otoko.
You went through all that for me? While all I did was cause trouble for everyone?
None of this is your fault. Maybe it's not my place to say this, but go easy on yourself. You deserve to move past what happened here and what happened to Duarte.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Get some rest. It's Callie. We'll leave him to you. Okay, but could I, keep the Saurian so I could just fly back up? Whatever. To be fair, trying to fly up is a pain in the ass. It's the one shortcoming of the Kukasaur is that there's a limit to how vertical you can fly. Luckily, they didn't limit how far down you can angle.
It's coming for me. It's gonna eat me.
Okay, there's nothing to fear. Gasoithoth was lost, nothing can hurt
It's
you
no
anymore.
use. It'll just come back. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the abyss. It will devour everyone. One day, we'll all be reunited in the pit of its stomach.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than Otoko. She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense.
Afraid is right. I wonder what triggered it. The battle against the Abyss, or maybe like Otoko had some deep-rooted fear, and the Abyss just made it worse. Just like before, let's see what we can learn about our
Ion-san,
past.
I heard you cured Otoko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra hands, I can...
Chief Makotota. Perfect timing. I was just looking for you. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxieties. Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad guy. Ion-san, do you believe there are people in this world destined for battle?
Yes, I get the feeling that sometimes when I'm instructing a particular gifted student, it's something like, wow, you were born to play this sport.
Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle?
What do you mean?
When Kochita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them. Kochita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident. Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
But isn't Kochita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the Abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother huddling behind her for safety, and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating the same thing over and over. You're the only family I have left. I won't let anything happen to you. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very capable warrior and fought countless battles against the Abyss. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it deep within herself, the fear still never left her.
Maybe fighting the Abyss was her way of making sure she wouldn't lose anyone else. Maybe the thought of experiencing that pain again scared her more than the Abyss. On the outside, her choice to fight made her seem strong, but she never forgot the trauma of that night. The Abyss just brought it back to the surface.
How can we help her?
This one is tricky. If we can find the right opportunity, then...
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali.
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want her to get better. She's the only family I have left.
Family?
Chief Mushota, it looks like Cochita is responding to his
If
words.
Quali goes to battle, the Abyss will devour him. I can't let that happen, but it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad. But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward.
Cochita.
I need you to fight it one more
Fight
time.
it.
Fear the Abyss runs deep, but she still has the will to fight. She just needs to defeat the Abyss monster by herself. We can prove to her that the Abyss isn't indestructible, just like you said. I think it's worth a try. Plus, with us around, we can make sure she won't get hurt. Although that means finding an Abyss
Try
monster.
checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone. But there might still be a few stragglers.
Great, then let's go right now. Cochita, think you can make
There's
it?
no turning back.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister face this alone!
Alright, then stick close. Oh, that's not very far at all. I thought it was mentioning these mountains all the way over here. Or like over here. But fleeing over here actually makes sense considering this is just about the edge of civilization for the most part. Like nothing really lives past here. I mean, obviously there's an area for the I can't remember, the Collective of Plenty, so it's probably somewhere here, or maybe even farther out, considering they were quoted to be the farthest out of all the tribes, so they were affected the least by the Abyssal invasion. I don't know, let's get started. Well, Kachita, you don't have to force yourself to do this. How can we make this easier for her? I guess we could wear them down first, but I think it's better to stand guard for now. We should wait for the right moment to intervene.
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle, but I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since. But why didn't my parents run?
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down, no matter what.
Stay away from my brother!
She doesn't have HP, does she? I don't think she does. I want to actually see her fight, because it's kind of cool. I think she has infinite HP, so... She actually does quite a bit of damage. Plus, they always target her, so... Yeah, but this is going to take absolutely forever if I actually let that happen. I could let her do it, but... For the love of God, they have too much health. I'm not sitting there waiting the whole time.
I can do this. I have to do this.
Nowhere to run! Judgment is upon you!
Go away!
You stand condemned!
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding?
The last strike was absolute perfection. You pulverized them in a single hit.
That's impossible. They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes. No. Wait. What am I saying?
She's back to normal!
Cochita!
What just happened? That is quite embarrassing. I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years.
It's important to listen to your limits. Just like in training, pushing too hard will only hurt you in the long run. Everyone needs time to rest. Besides, I have a feeling you won't have to face those fears alone
Even
anymore.
though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me. But not anymore.
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll be all big and formidable. I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all. I think I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just yet.
I'll keep you company.
Alright, then we'll head back. I made sure to check the surrounding area for monsters, and it's all clear, so take your time. Sometimes our fears never truly leave us, but tomorrow's a new day. As long as you keep moving forward, there will be better days to come. Oh, right next to the teleport, it looks like. Or I guess it's just close enough to the trigger.
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all thanks to the Traveler and Ian-san.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle.
Oh, we're being talked about. Cool.
So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
Now we've got to get the last dude.
Kochide's getting better too.
I guess that was you.
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Huh? Right. Koichi's not... She's not here anymore. Koichi, give me a hand.
Oh. Every Animo character, it's a curse. And we just got teased a new one named Yanlan. And also her design, by the way. Just saying, fantastic looking design. I actually really want Yanlan now. Like, the Natlan character's cool, but I want that new Leo character. It's 2 people down. You're an amazing problem solver. Probably a well-honed skill from all your travels, right? You really know how to give people hope. Ever since you came to Natlan, I've been feeling a lot better about our chances of winning this war.
Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people on the hot air balloon platform. We only found a solution this time because you kept your cool and took control of the situation.
Who might have turned down such a nice compliment? Most people say the first step is the hardest, but it's not actually all that hard. Exaggerating the difficulty in your own head is where the fear comes in. I'll never get it. Might as well not try. I hear that kind of talk all the time, but if you break your goal into smaller parts, the first steps might actually turn out to be the easiest.
Whoa, you're right.
Just like when I told you to eat less meat and drink more kale juice. You probably heard that and thought, I could never eat meat again. I have to drink kale juice for every meal. I'll practically starve. That's why Paimon was so against it. In reality, all it takes is to start eating 2 fewer servings of blaze meat stew and adding some kale juice for nutrition. That's it. It's not about making drastic changes all at once.
That sounds like something Paimon could do, but would that really change anything?
Consistency is key. You can't accomplish your goals in one fell swoop. You have to eat away at them little by little. My ancient name means power. Did you know that? So everyone thought I would grow up to be this tall, burly, muscular warrior. But that's not what happened. A lot of people were confused and disappointed. My fellow warriors couldn't understand why I inherited that name over them. At first, I also felt lost. It was only later that I realized true strength basically boils down to problem solving. Physical strength is just a means to an end, like everything else. So I began to break problems down into smaller parts. When facing an impossible situation, you just need to act. And if you fail, so what? That's just life. Anyway, that's what I've learned over the years. Maybe it'll come in handy for you someday. Well said.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow. You're amazing, Ann-san. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible.
I don't deserve that much credit. You already have that strength within you. I'm sure you faced more obstacles than I can imagine during your travels. But you never gave up. That proves it. I bet I could learn a thing or two from you.
Ian-san, bad news. Okoland is out of control.
Stay calm. I'll be right there. Looks like the time for a conversation is over. Let's go see him. The last one. See what's happening to this guy. This guy feels the most sus out of all of them. And he's also like really aggressive.
What are you doing, Okolan? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end. Careful! He's not himself!
Oh, Kotlan!
Get back. I don't think he can hear us right now. We need to get to him under control. Let's go.
Dissipate! Committed to no. He thinks we're Abyss monsters? Hey, it's okay! We're not the bad guys!
Come on! Give me wretched Abyss! Get out of my tribe! Mom, Dad are gone. This is my final battle!
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Wretched monsters! Give me my family back! Look, Okolan! That's your father! Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
You can't see it all. Oof, there's a block.
Are you alright, sir?
I'm fine. Please, don't hurt my son. He's just trying to protect his home.
Don't worry, we'll figure something out.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to him now.
Sure knows how to fight.
Oh, Kotlan.
He has a fighting spirit, that's for sure. But we can't keep him unconscious forever. I need to think.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome.
Ah, there he
500
is.
years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Ah, this is why I should have switched to Korean so I could hear his KR voice again. It's so good.
Huh?
This is still good.
It's...
So you've seen this illness before?
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break through the hallucination. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Drought of Lucidity.
The draft of lucidity?
Drought.
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the Abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life. So, it's reserved for the worst cases. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst. It's either your end or mine! Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Jansen accepts the draught from the captain and quickly gives it to an Oakland.
Monsters! What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here? My head hurts. I just had the strangest dream.
It's all right, my boy. It was just a nightmare. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son. May I ask your name?
Just Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name is Mune. You're welcome in my home anytime. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
I'll help you carry him back. Traveler, let's meet up later. If the crowd disperses, the captain hands a few more doses of medicine to the guards so that the remaining warriors can be cured.
Thank goodness everything turned out all right.
Save the day.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that duty. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged. When my platoon arrived in Natlan 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land and witnessed their desperate struggle against the Abyss. Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens, oftentimes with complete disregard for their own survival. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natlan remains unfinished. They remember who I used to be. The Sentinel Knight, who fought with the Masters of the Nightwind. Still, I prefer to leave all that in the past. That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers home. And I failed to help Natlan defeat the Abyss.
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history. I will continue to help Natlan in my own way.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command.
He was the dude that showed up in Auroron's mind, who tried to take him over.
We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. He passed away shortly after the drought was complete. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. In the end, he even gave himself up for a chance of success. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. That sounds rather familiar.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more perceptive than I imagined.
That's how I got this far.
However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our goals are not entirely aligned.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden?
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter. All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace, and that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Wait, like anything? Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that she is responsible for my suffering, as well as that of my people. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show you exactly what I mean.
Oh, he's taking the mask off! Oh my god. I not expected, but this is...
The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist.
We don't get to see it. Fuck.
But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable. So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon. Sorry, I hope I didn't interrupt anything. You just missed seeing his real face. The dude is like mega rotted. I mean, his skin and everything's probably just like falling off slowly. Like, that's probably also painful, because your body's literally destroying itself, but you can't die from it. After helping a Cultland back home, I went on a small walk and happened to run into a messenger of the signs of the canopy. He's been looking for you everywhere.
Did something happen?
Apparently, Jalona is ready to start forging her ancient name. She needs to check the progress of the Pilgrim's Chronicle, that device she gave you before. She invited a bunch of people to be there, including me, so let's head to the stadium once you're done here.
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to delay. Best of luck to you all.
Please, for the love of God, please be able to get Pyro Traveler from this. It's probably not gonna let us. We're probably not gonna be able to do it until after defeating the quest, which would make it the only quest-locked elemental version of the Traveler. So it better be fucking good. We're a mysterious guy. Still, he doesn't seem quite as intimidating as before. We're basically comrades now, right? Anyway, let's head to the stadium. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night! They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long?
I mean, to be fair, the Traveler is like centuries old as well. What's the exact age? We have no fucking idea, because we've not been told. As far as we're aware, old as the stars themselves. I mean, the Traveler has to be at least 500 years old, because Aether's been alive that long. They're twins, so they're the same age, technically. They were just asleep that whole time. Anyway. Sure took your sweet time. Wretched scoundrels, how dare you keep your mighty Dragon Lord Kahul Lao waiting? Kneel before us and apologize or we'll... Don't listen to him. We just got here too.
Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo, everyone's here!
Yep. I think that's... Isn't that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, it's all 5. It is 5, right? Yeah. No, is it 6? It's 5, right? 1, 2... Hold on. Children of Echoes, Signs of Canopy. No, we're missing Chaska.
Reunited at last. Did you miss us?
I brought candy and cookies to share.
Oh wait, Kachina has voice again. Yes, Kachina has her VA's back.
Of course we missed you. Ooh, you brought Source Crackers too? Score!
Now I want to know. Now I want to hear some of the stuff she said before that we had to miss. One of the other things I'm waiting for though is I need Eon-san and Kenichi's voice actor so that I can actually hear the double voice thing from whenever they activated the Ruler of Death's power.
Ah, just in
I wanna hear
time,
that in
traveler.
English.
It's so stifling in here. I was just about to go outside to get some air.
Same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here? Like, you dense motherfucker. The trip here pretty smooth.
To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to show up.
Wasn't Shalom's actor gone as well?
A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the formation of your ancient name. Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Chronicle, right? Yeah, let me take a look.
A lot of the stuff on there is not there because I didn't do any of the travel quests. Oh, I did Kenich's, but that was it.
Okay. The progress looks good. We have enough people, so let's get started.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, there she is. Wasn't Chaska's VA gone as well? I can't remember. I didn't play the event in English, so I don't remember.
Chaska showing up late for something? That's a first.
I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe. Thank you.
Traveler deserves most of the credit. So, from this group right now, the only two voice actors who aren't available from the strike are Ian-san and Kenichi's voice actor, whose names I, for the life of me, cannot remember. Well, also House as well, because House is a different voice actor. So, none of those three have VAs right now, but everyone else does. If it weren't for your help during the battle, the collective plenty would have suffered a lot more. We had the manpower to spare, so it's only right we return the favor.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here, so let's get started. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Chronicle and share your stories about the Traveler. Your words will be recorded and become a part of the Traveler's ancient name. Any, questions?
Nope.
All right, then, to start things off...
This is just so normal.
Nope. 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 Nope.
I want to turn that into a soundbite at some point. But I needed to have no sound, but luckily this is a major story quest, so I can just go back and find it later with the sound off.
Hold on. Remember what we discussed?
Oh, right, I almost forgot. Traveler, Paimon, you, can't be here for this part.
Huh? But why?
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject in question isn't involved. It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy in those situations. It's just how it is.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough lore to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the Traveler, so she has to make up some excuse.
Paimon, I don't think that's the same. And also, now we've got something to talk about outside.
So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
Now we've got to talk about that,
Everything
Paimon.
Shilon said makes sense, but did you see St. Lolly's reaction back there? She was definitely the one who decided we should leave. But staying out here is just making Paimon even more curious about what everyone's gonna say. Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so exciting! Feels like we've been in Natland for quite a while already, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's not really. We've been traveling together for even longer.
Right! If only Paimon could say
Well,
a few
technically, it
things
has
about
actually
you
been a few
and
months
them.
already.
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You've been by the Traveler's side the longest, Paimon. We need to hear what you have to say.
But Paimon's not from Natland.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely important. Sorry, Traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon for a second.
Okay. Quite a lot of times because she's like saying she's been there since the start. She's gonna have everything to say. Took longer to say.
Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information. I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
Yeah, because she's been there for the entire time. She saw us fight dozens of gods. Like, what? Of course she's gonna have a whole bunch to say.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventures in the meantime. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come before, so that you, Moika, and Natlan as a whole can finally put an end to this endless war.
Nice.